All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here live with Taimou from EnVy. Of course, EnVyUs, they have moved on to day 2. They have defeated both Dignitas and Fnatic. And Taimou, going into this, really one of the big question marks was how you would come in, because people have known you to be sort of a player with ups and downs. More ups and downs as of late, but your sort of last test was land performance, and you came out with flying colors.
I think I was doing kind of fine for my, I think this is the first big land I played.
Yeah.
So, and, there wasn't that much crowd, but, I mean, you obviously have the chills. You get the chills when you go into the stage. It's much different experience.
You look so tense. I remember I was sitting back with a few people, I look at Taimou, and it's just like, you had this face of intensity and just almost nervousness in the beginning, but then it all worked out.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I just focused on the game. I didn't think about anything else. I just, focusing on my screen, focusing on my teammates, and then just, calling things. And then I think maybe the first 5 minutes against Dignitas and Intro, because it was our first game of the day, was shaky, but then on defense, it just went down.
Yeah, the defense, I was actually going to bring that up, is that's sort of the point where it's like, all right, Taimou has arrived here, because, saying it's exactly one before wouldn't do it quite too much justice, but it's sort of like, you got the kills you need to get, you were able to back off and still stay in there.
Yes.
And it was a big reason as to why you guys were able to hold as long as you were able to in that situation. So, honestly, it worked out really well. And it's sort of like, okay, if he was nervous going in, not nervous anymore.
I mean, that defense in King Show, I feel like they could have took the point if they played it correctly. I think they made a big mistake coming in one by one. They I think Lynx came in with Genji, and he was like, I was 60 HP, stuck in a corner, and he just came in and double headshotted him.
I will say for Dignitas, it does feel like they've been trading or switching up a lot of things. Like sometimes Lynx is on Genji, sometimes not. It feels like they haven't really found their place in the last few weeks. And
that's what I feel too.
Now going into you guys as a test, that's terrible, right? Because you guys have been winning everything in the last few months. The streak, I think, is if it's not at 60 yet, it's high 50s. So it's been ridiculous. Now let's talk about where you guys are vulnerable. You guys, of course, sort of are the old IDD QD core in a lot of ways. And the one thing, even going back to the day that you guys looked more mortal on for that time, was King of the Hill. Dignitas was able to get around off you guys.
Yeah, they did.
And they made it closer. Is that a case where, going forward, are you guys going to avoid playing on those maps if you can do it, or you think you're still okay?
I think our King of the Hill is super strong still, but I think the meta because I'm kind of forced to play Reaper. I'm not that good on Tracer or Genji. So Telba's Tracer and I play Reaper, and it's I kind of think that Reaper is super good against the going all-in comp. They play Genji, Tracer, Monkey, Zarya, Lucio, Zen, but it's so hard to balance around, because your team has to be so tightly knit. Everybody has to make the right calls, right plays, and if they don't, you just get hammered. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you look at those maps, it's very momentum based, where once you lose the first pick off, unless you've made it really worthwhile and you've done tons of poke, it's very hard to recover. It is. And I think we would want to play King of the Hill against, if we get C9 against us. I think C9 is worse in King of the Hill than any other team right now. I want to play C9 on King of the Hill.
That's an interesting switch up, because there was a point going all the way back to days of no hero limit where C9 did really well. They had the best double wins in synergy, but so you're still think at this point, and I'd agree with you based on recent results and scrim stuff I've seen, that they haven't quite really mastered it since that switch up.
Yeah, I think C9, I think they're a really good team, but I don't know what's lacking. I feel like it's hard to say.
Now, we're talking about other teams here, so this is a good segue. Moving forward into day 2, what teams are you guys most afraid of? Now, clearly, it's really the other teams that are afraid of you right now.
Yes.
But going in, what teams do you think, okay, we really need to have our stuff handled here? I know you had some close scrims yesterday against Reunited. Does anyone else sort of come to mind? And even Fnatic, even though they weren't able to take a map, but they did seem like they came out a little bit stronger.
They're really strong. Fnatic has this playstyle. They play really they go as 6. They have really good communication, and it's really hard to get a free pick out of them. And that's this is how the game works. If you throw a pick or you lose a player, you're basically gonna most likely lose the team fight. And Fnatic does that really well. They're really good.
So Reunited. If you had to play against Fnatic or Reunited in day 2, who do you rather play against?
Fnatic. Reunited. Okay. I think Reunited is super strong in LAN. They have proven LAN players. They have, I think, Molutaya It's like insane on LAN. We scrimmed them earlier yesterday, and I think they were like by far the strongest team on the LAN.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that covers most of the big questions here. I guess anything that you're looking forward to day 2, and any other final sellout shout-outs, anything you want to say before we end things here?
I just want to tell every team that good luck, have fun, let's have fun games tomorrow. And thanks to our sponsors at EnVyUs, NZXT, HyperX, Zowie, Monster Energy, Scuff Gaming, and DX Racing.
The cheat sheet is actually on. I mean, hey, that's part of the reason why they give it to you.
Yeah.
But Taimou, thanks for joining us. Good job proving yourself on LAN. And the Twitch chat loved you, by the way. It was just filled with like Taimou in your face over and over again the entire time. It was great.
Thank you for the interview.
Good luck tomorrow.
Good luck. Good luck to me.
All right, so that was GosuGamers live at Gamescom. We'll be bringing you more Overwatch interviews as they happen. All right, Facebook, thanks for listening. We'll be back.